we move on to discuss the Chicago Bears. Okay, this is a this is an interesting one. Uh, this is a very interesting move by the Chicago Bears. Well, no, it's not that interesting. I like using the word interesting all the time, but they got rid of, you know, a one of the most useless figures in the NBA, in the NFL. And that is the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. I mean, when you see the Chicago Bears offense, the simplicity of it, how it has no nuances to it to help a rookie quarterback. It just like it literally looks like a Madden playbook. I mean, literally, you have Caleb Williams, who is a rookie quarterback. You want to make things easy for him. Oh yeah, let's make this easy for him. Let's go shotgun. Let's go shotgun 80% of the time, and let's force Caleb Williams to read a defense, to go through read one, read two, read three, throw the ball 40 times a game, and let's see what he can give us. Oh yeah, and then you get surprised when you score 9 points against Arizona. You score 15 points against the Commanders. You score 3 points against the Patriots. You score 16 points against the Colts, 13 points against the Texans. You know, then it surprises you. Then does it? He's a terrible offensive coordinator, and Eberflus. It just seems like he's a dead man walking at this point, because last year they didn't fire him, but it was very important that he brought an offensive coordinator that could improve this team offensively. He has not got it done. Yes, the defense has been playing good ball this season. They're now in one of the upper echelons of defenses in the NFL, but you have a rookie quarterback, and if you are a coach in the league, especially if you are a inexperienced coach who's trying to make it into the NFL, and you have a rookie quarterback, you will be judged by the end of the day in the development of your rookie quarterback. And when you compare how Caleb Williams looks to how Jaden Daniel looks, how Drake May looks, how Bo Nix looks, he is way off it. He makes the same mistakes that he makes at USC over and over again. And you see that in this season. He looks like a quarterback that needs help, that needs better coaching. It's just so obvious. It's hidden in plain sight. And he has that haywire dream team in which, the thing is, one of Caleb Williams' greatest strengths is the ability to make a play off schedule, to make a ball on the run. Why do you just go shotgun? Put him under the center, play action, roll out, move the pocket. Why don't you allow him to throw the ball on the run? Design plays where you throw the ball on the run. Don't design a play where he drops back and he can't find nobody open because he doesn't know how to read the defense, and he's just scrambling back and forth, launching a 50-50 ball that leads to absolutely nothing. That's not what I'm talking about when I say schedule, get him on the run. Design some bootlegs, design some naked bootlegs. Make things easy for him. Where are the screens? Where are the plays? Just something simple. Just some simple plays that forces him to make to make a simple high school level throw that can get the offense going, that can get the rhythm going early in the game. From the beginning of the game, you're asking Caleb Williams to go in shotgun and read a defense. It's just set up for failure. He is set up for failure. And I see Deion Sanders discussing, when he was talking about Shedeur Sanders and whether or not he was going to step in, if the wrong team drafts him. Now I understand why. At first I thought that's a ridiculous thing to say. You have no right. This is the National Football League. You get drafted to where where you go. But let's say I have a son who's an NFL quarterback. Would I really want him drafted to the Chicago Bears after and it's the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing over and over again with the Chicago Bears. The same thing over and over again. They ruined Mitchell Trubisky. They ruined Justin Fields. They ruining Caleb Williams. And they haven't had a franchise quarterback since Jay Cutler, kind of. Even that was kind of, in my opinion. Um, yeah, look, they can fire Shane Waldron, but at the end of the day, um, and yes, his offense was terrible. But at the end of the day, there's an organizational issue with Chicago Bears. The common denominator here is not Shane Waldron. The common denominator with all these quarterback issues that Chicago Bears have is not Shane Waldron. It's not Matt Eberflus. It's the Chicago Bears organization not knowing how to develop a quarterback, not putting the right guys around the quarterback on a consistent basis to and is and look, the team overall is solid. You look at the team, you bring in a DeAndre Swift in, you have a that's a solid run, that should be a solid run game. You have Keenan Allen, Romeo Odunze, DJ Moore, who looks so off it, and questions of his effort with walking off the field and all that. You have the weapons there. You, in terms of the skill players on offense, the offensive line is not terrible, I have to say. Yes, Caleb Williams, half the time he's running around for his life, but that's after a few seconds of decent blocking, and then a pocket will eventually always collapse. The offensive line cannot block for a million years, and yeah, I don't know, and I have to say too, there's an element with this Bears team that's their season really collapsed. That Hail Mary, oh my goodness, that Hail Mary, they entered that game on a 4-2 record. They go in, they beat the Commanders that game. That Hail Mary doesn't happen. They're able to swat that ball down. They're 5-2. I think that completely changes the momentum. That Hail Mary completely changed the momentum. Losing the game, losing that kind of game on that play, the way that they did, they would have been 5-2. They won the game. Suddenly they're 4-3. Then then they go on to string another 2 losses against the Cardinals and Patriots. Now they're 4-5, and you're thinking, yeah, season's a wraps. Because look, you look at the schedule now: Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit in the Thanksgiving game, San Francisco, Minnesota, Detroit, Seattle, Green Bay. I mean, wow. 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 If they didn't have Caleb Williams, Chicago could probably be in a position where they're looking for a quarterback again, which they're not going to be looking for because they have Caleb Williams. But I'm just saying, that's how many losses I could see them picking up, because wow. And that was a team that entered that Commanders game 4-2, and they were a Hail Mary away from potentially being 5-2. They were a Hail Mary away from potentially being 5-2, just swatting down a Hail Mary. And those are the kind of plays that can that can completely change the momentum of the season, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. And yeah, just a terrible situation for Caleb Williams, who doesn't help himself too. There was some moments before the draft that bothered me.